General ledger settings. In the general ledger settings, the first important concept is chart of accounts. It is chart of accounts. This chart of accounts is defined at your client level. It defines the length and language of your GL accounts. This chart of accounts is one of the most important concepts because it integrates to all your GL accounts. Yes, it integrates to all your GL accounts. All your PP, SD or any modules, whenever you want to integrate to your respective GL accounts, we always do it via chart of accounts. To give you an example, in SAP SD, there is a concept called account determination. This account determination has got some rule. So what is the rule for this account determination? It is chart of accounts plus sales organization plus customer group. This customer group is like customer master payer. Then plus material account group, it is of material master, and finally it is added to account key. That is plus account key. To determine the GL account, we have used the chart of accounts and account key and even other variables too. Here, we are not linking the GL accounts directly. Hence, chart of accounts is considered as one of the most important configuration and needs to be designed with utmost care by considering all the factors. Let me give you another example from finance perspective. In controlling, if I want to have all the company codes under one controlling area, then I must have all the company codes to have the same operating chart of accounts. Yes, the same operating chart of accounts. Guys, I am giving you more and more example in chart of accounts because this is one of the most important configuration as an SAP consultant. So whenever I am integrating the GLs, whether it is within the FI or outside the FI means that is any other module, then the system will do the integration via your chart of accounts. Yes, the system will always do the integration via your chart of accounts, but not via the company codes. Remember this, it always do the integration via your chart of accounts, not via the company codes. So, to recap what we have learned, this chart of accounts defines the length and language of GL accounts and it integrates the GL accounts. When I say length of GL accounts, from that time I am mentioning that the length of GL accounts. What does this length of GL account means? Length is something like this. Minimum is 1 and maximum is 9. The minimum length is 1 and the maximum length is 9. When I say length as 1, then I can create GL accounts with a number only 1 to 9. That is only 9 GL accounts. Remember this, that is only 9 GL accounts. But when I say length as 2, then I can have the GL accounts with the numbers ranging between 1 to 99. It is 1 to 99. That is 99 GL accounts. Correct, right? It is 99 GL accounts. Similarly, if the length is mentioned as 3, means 999 GL accounts. Likewise, the length length as 9 means 999, 999, 999 GL accounts. That is 9 nines. Understood? Length is 9 means it is 9 nines GL account. Got it? So the maximum number of GL accounts I can have is 9 nines. Yes, we can conclude that the maximum number of GL accounts I can have is 9 nines. So, based on the business requirement, we define the length of the GL accounts during the SAP implementation. During the business implementation, it is always suggested to use the maximum available length of GL accounts because once it is set and account groups are created, it is very difficult to change the length of the GL accounts. In one of the projects I have worked, firstly it started as rollout project. But during the business planning, it has been found that the GL numbers are not at all sufficient for the new requirement. Then it turned as a new implementation project itself, where they had to move all the GL balances to another new GL and there were a lot of many gaps. This took a very long time. Yes, this took a very long time in implementing the complete requirement. Hence, it is always advised to take the maximum number of GL account length during the initial implementation itself, so that when the business expands, when they come back to you with the new requirements, you will be able to fulfill it without complications. Next we have is language. Yes, language. We define the language of chart of accounts by keeping the business user's preference in mind. In most of the projects which I have worked, it is English. Yes, it is English. But in some it was different too. Next we have is types of chart of accounts. There are 3 different types of chart of accounts. What are they? First is operative chart of accounts. Second is group chart of accounts, and finally the third is country chart of accounts. The operative chart of accounts is used to record your day-to-day business transaction. All the GL accounts created under operative chart of accounts are used for posting your daily business transactions. From this operating chart of accounts, your profit and loss statement and balance sheet is prepared. And maintaining the operating chart of account is mandatory. Without the operative chart of accounts, you cannot implement the SAP. Yes, you cannot implement the SAP. And next we have is group chart of accounts. This was about the operative chart of accounts. Next comes the second type, that is group chart of accounts. What is this? The group chart of account is used to consolidation purpose. It is always used to consolidation purpose. And it is optional to define in the system. Yes, it is always optional to define in the system. When I say consolidation, if you can remember the example of Tata Group of companies which I explained during the enterprise structure, if I want to consolidate that profit and loss statement and the balance sheet of the companies TCS, Tata Steel and Tata Motors, then we have to maintain the group charts of accounts. Yes, we have to maintain the group charts of account because we have to consolidate it. Correct, right? And finally comes the third type, that is country-specific chart of accounts. So what is this country-specific chart of accounts? This country-specific chart of accounts is used only for income tax purpose. Yes, it is always used only for income tax purpose. And it is always country-specific. So let me give you an example here. If I have a company code in many locations, say India, USA, UK, etc., think that Indian company is the corporate office. All my transaction will be based on the Indian standards. But if I want to prepare a PL statement and balance sheet country specific, like specific to UK, specific to Australia for their statutory requirement, then what I have to do is I have to maintain the country specific chart of accounts. Yes, then I have to maintain this country specific chart of accounts. So now first we will learn on operative charts of accounts. After little bit of practice, you will be able to learn the group chart of accounts and as well as country specific chart of accounts. If you start learning now itself, it will be little confusing. Okay, so first we will learn on operative chart of accounts. So the next concept is with the integration with controlling. In this integration with controlling, we use the term as cost elements. These cost elements are nothing but your GL accounts. Got it? Please make a note of it. Cost elements are nothing but your GL accounts. These general ledgers, whenever it gets posted, if those posting needs to go to controlling, then the GL account should be extended as a cost element. So whenever I am creating the GL account, we can manually set it as the cost element, or it can be done automatically too. Now let's understand the configuration involved in creating our own chart of accounts in SAP system.